Hey. Oh, wibbly wobble. How is everyone? Let's see what's coming on. Right. Get those chargers out of the way. I think I'm a couple of minutes early. Right, let's see. Let's find alive. Found it. Found it. Who's here? Who's here? I'm trying to be quiet because Ricky and his friends are sleeping in the living room. Boys sleep over again. Say hi if you're here because I can't see who's on. Such a nice day today. Let me flip this round. Don't know if you can see. No, you can't. Let me see now. If I go up. Oh, there we go. Beautiful day. Look at my lovely flowers. My little bird feeders there as well. Hey, right, get back round. Oh, that's it. So we have two people. What wee birdies are there? I've got the dog sleeping here as well. Excuse the mess. So there's Roxy and yes, I'm talking about you. And Millie's round the corner. Oh, big close up of me this morning. So today, I'm going to make the hexagonal card with the little Aztec windows in it. You see that? It's really pretty. And I'm using a brand new paper that I just got late last night. So this folds flat 6x6 for posting. There's another variation I done the other day. I done a festive one, like so. It's good. Really nice, really easy. So that was using the Traditions of St. Nick designer series paper online one. And this was using the Mediterranean blooms. The first one that I done as a prototype, there's all my little scribbles, it was actually humongous. So I decided to make it smaller so it fit flat in a 6x6. So this is quite nice as well. Right, so let me leave that out in case I need to reference it. La 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 la, I can't see any comments. Can't see who's here. The comments aren't coming up on my other phone neither. Right, hang on. Is it 10 o'clock yet? Yep, it's 10 o'clock. Right, what I'm going to do is... Oh, what am I doing? What's going on with this? It's a bit stiff. I'm going to flip you round. Now, I do have a tutorial for this that I've typed up. Dun, da, da, da. So if anybody would like a copy, let me know. I have it in PDF format or image format, and both of them are obviously printable. Right, well, we'll flip you round. I don't know if I set up an event for this, actually. People are maybe thinking I'm not live. Yeah, right, sorry about my big hand. Let's flip this round and we'll see what the image is like. So I found my blades that I'd misplaced. They were right in front of me in my desktop organiser, so I've changed the blade on both of my trimmers. Right, let's just shimmy this over a little bit. So I am using a brand new paper and it's called A Little Bit Festive 12x12. So this is in the new mini catalogue. I didn't get a big pre-order because we had hi Lisa, hi Amelia. We had a really large bill for the car. I think it's nearly £700, so I unfortunately couldn't put a big pre-order in, but I did get this paper pack which has all the pop-out die elements as well, which is perfect for this card. So lots of gorgeous colours. We've got card toppers. Hi Cheryl Amanda. So it's really pretty. So traditional kind of colours here. So you get 3 sheets of the paper and you get two sheets of the die pop-outs and one sheet of the card toppers, the card fronts, the panels. But they can be used in any project. And I got catalogues. I will not send them out till next week. The other thing I got was the Peaceful Season bundle. I thought this is really nice. It's got lots of different sizes and fonts and sentiments to do with the festivities. So yeah, it's really good. I like this. So obviously I've got the dies that go with it. Hi Karen, how are you? How's the sewing going? Sewing going? I'm a poet and don't know it. So it's a very small baby order, but look at this. So I love this. It's got the die, and then it's got the background, and we've got a label, another bit here. There is slots that'll die cut out in these ones, and you can put ribbon through and things like that. So good for gift giving, and maybe like use this as a belly band, tie it around with the ribbon. So I'm not using that die set today, but might use one of the stamps. So photopolymer, there is 19 in this altogether, so there they all are, and I like this big Christmas one. It's gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Right, so are you ready? Now this will be on YouTube later on as well if anyone wants a little go. Right, so I am going to use this sheet from my card for decoration, and it is kind of directional with a pattern, but you know what, it doesn't matter. Once it's all cut up, you'll never you'll no notice if it's kind of out or whatever. Sewing up a storm, brilliant, and keeping out of trouble, good. Right, so what we need to start is, I've cut my cardstock out, and I have cut out the mats. But what I'll do on the on this live is I'll cut out the DSP with you all. So pop that to the side. So what you're going to need is, for this back panel, you're going to need a 6x6 piece. Morning, Alison. And this front panel, it's slightly bigger. It's 6x6 7/8. Just because we need the little glue tabs on the back. But like I say, when it folds flat, it is 6x6. And you can make this any size you want. I've seen lots of these hexagonal cards shared recently, and I thought, I'm going to try and figure it out myself. So I just made my version up, and then I added the acetate windows just to make it a wee bit different. Because it's a floating hexagonal card. So it's gorgeous. You can even put little bits on here. Right, so first of all, we start with the 6x6 piece, and we want to score it at 2 and 4. So move the blade out the way. Really easy, 2 and 4. Okay, and then you want to just fold and burnish. This one's slightly different. We need to, let me see my measurements, because I can't remember off the top of my head. This needs to be scored at 3/8, because the glue tab's just 3/8 in size. 3/8, and then 2 1/2, 4 1/2, and 6 1/2. So we need to open this bad boy out, and then 6 1/2. So these panels are the same size as the back, only we've got the addition of the little glue tabs on the side like so. So that's the scoring. What we need to do with this one, I should have said long side to the top, sorry for this. We want to flip it once, Okay, and we're going to need our blade. So we're going to take it to 1 1/4. Okay, and we want to cut from the first score line all the way down to the last score line. So these trimmers are really good because you can line it up with your position. Sometimes I go slightly over or under. So this is what we want. Okay, and we want to do the same on the opposite side. 1 1/4. Do this bit before you fold and burnish, because if you've folded it, it can jump about a wee bit. Right, so that's that. Oops. Goodness me. Right, so position that. First score up to the last score. Ta-da! And what we're going to do is we're going to remove this whole piece. So use your trimmer or use your scissors just to cut that out, like so. And you do the same on the other side. You can see you might go slightly over your cuttings or what have you, your measurements, but it's fine. Now, I'm not quite cut it enough here. There we go. You can keep this bit for sentiment mats or what have you. Right, so put that out the way. Okay, so we're just going to fold that. So we're going to put our mats and layers on now. So I have done 1/4 inch reduction in size. So these are 1 3/4 by 5 3/4. Okay, and then we need 6 little panels for this bit, which is 1 3/4 by 1. So it doesn't, you do need 2 bits of cardstock for the card base, but you only need half a sheet for your mats. And then the DSP that you use is even less, so it's good. So let's get gluing these on. This is going to be quite a quick tutorial today, which is absolutely fine. And like I say, if anybody wants a tutorial, just let me know and I'll send you in Messenger. So we're just adding, whoops, a little bit too much glue in that one. Because this is a new one, you see. I'm being a bit heavy-handed with it. There we go. Let me remove that bit glue. How is everybody today anyway? I had a lovely bubble bath this morning. Okay, so that's the mats on there. Let's do this one now. Because these are smaller, you might prefer to make your mats and layers a little bit bigger. Maybe just 1/8 of an inch difference in size. But I'm keeping to the 1/4 inches because it's good for my brain. It's easy enough to work out the 1/4 inches. Keeps it simple for me. Okay. So we're using Real Red as a card base, and we're using Misty Moonlight as the mats. And then we're going to use that gorgeous card DSP on the front, which has both colours entwined in it. Ta-da! Oops, that bit's good. Move down. I think my nails are a bit too long getting. Right. So now we're going to add the matte layers of the DSP. Let's get this bad boy in. So, matte layers are going to be 5.5 by 1.5. So 1.5 times 3 is 1, 2, 3. So 4.5. So if I cut this at 5.5 along to the 4.5 inch mark, it means that I'm not cutting right through that. Let's see. Is it there? I need to line it up to see, where did I say 4.5? Yeah. 4.5. 4.5. 4.5. 4.5. 4.5. 4.5. 4.5. 4.5. 4.5. 4.5. 4.5. 4.5. 4.5. 4.5. 4.5. 4.5. 4.5. 4.5. 4.5. 4.5. 4.5. 4.5. 4.5. 4.5. 4.5. 4.5. 4.5. 4.5. 4.5. 4.5. 4.5. 4.5. 4.5. 4.5. 4.5. 4.5. 4.5. 4.5. 4.5. 4.5. 4.5. 4.5. 4.5. 4.5. 4.5. 4.5. 4.5. 4.5. 4.5. 4.5. 4.5. 4.5. 4.5. 4.5. 4.5. 4.5. 4.5. 4.5. 4.5. 4.5. 4.5. 4.5. 4.5. 4.5. 4.5. 4.5. 4.5. 4.5. 4.5. 4.5. 4.5. 4.5. 4.5. 4.5 So this is the wee pan. I will cut that up like so. So let's do that first. One step at a time. Right. So this should go equal into 1.5, 3 bits. And then you could keep your pattern flowing that way as well. So 1, 2, 3. Hi Kirsten, how are you? Using brand new papers today. I love this. It's so bright and beautiful. So just layer those up onto your mats. I find if I just do it zigzagonal like that, when I'm putting my adhesive on, less chance of it flowing out the sides. And then when you push it down, it spreads out a little bit as well, so. There we go. Oh, tummy's rumbling. Hope everybody's got a cuppa. I've got an energy drink. My bad. But I'm all coffeeed out this morning already. Right, so that's the back panel done. Now we need 6 little pieces for, I need to move this back a bit, don't I? Because I seem to be off the screen a little bit. Let me see where it catches up. Oh, that's better. Move this down a bit. There we go. So these are going to be 1.5 by 3/4 inches. Cheryl Amanda's on her second copy. Well done. Right, so these are what's 3/4 times 2? 1.5, isn't it? Three-quarters times 2. You know what? I'm just going to do it like that. So 3/4. And I'm going to cut 3/4 again. So line that up. Right, so I'm finished with that. So look at all this that's left. Right, now. So 1.5 by 3/4. I might only need one little strip, actually. We shall see. So again, I'm just keeping this flowing with the pattern. Oh, I love the sound of a new blade cutting through paper. Doop. Right, that's a little excess piece, but we could use that for a sentiment or something. Now the bottom one. 1, 2, and 3. Now these are really easy to make. These cards, once you've done it once, you'll not want to stop. Right, so let's get these glued on. Now, they are going the opposite way of that. So what we'll do is, we just need to flip that round, that way. Flip it round. There, it's all flowing the same way now with the sprigs going up the way. Right, I love these colours. Next bit. Concentration. So once we've put the matte layers on, we're going to flip it over and do what we need to do on the reverse, which is add your tearing tape for your double-sided tape, as some call it, and add the acetate, because that goes on the reverse. Like I say, if anybody wants the tutorial message to them, just send me a wee message. It will go up on my website at some point under the freebies tab. Okay, so let me show you. So this is going to go, we're going to add glue we're going to add the glue here and here, then fold it over, and you'll see the magic. Right, so flip it over, tear and tape on the 2 panels, which I have here. And I need a little ruler. Where's my little ruler? Here we go. Right, where's the start of this? Because this is a new roll. There we go. And it's just perfect. There we go, 1 bit. And 2 bits. Perfect. Now, what you can do is you can add little bits of tear and tape on here as well, so that we could stick the acetate sheets on, or you could just run 1 full bit along. But I found that if I'd done that when I closed the card, it stuck a wee bit. So you're just wanting tear and tape on the middle. On both sides. So I've got football today, and I'm so excited because it's going to be a busy game. We have Lahore at home, and yesterday I was a domesticated bunny and I baked some cakes for the committee at half-time and for the players at half-time. Old school sponge cake. I'll share photos in the group later. Old school sponge cake and shortbread. Right, so just make sure your sticky stuff's down. Now, if you remember the mat, the first mat is 1 3/4 wide. So I have cut 3 pieces of window sheet, also known as acetate, to 1 3/4 wide, so that it's in line kind of with the mat panels. So just make sure that you have equal size at each edge of each panel when you're sticking these down. Right, pokey tool, where have you gone? Here it is. So just remove the backing. Easy peasy. Oops. This is an older tear and tape, that's why it's a bit iffy. So take off the 6 bits. Oh, sounds like it's thunder here, but it's my tummy. Don't know what I'm going to have for breakfast, folks. I don't know if the comments have disappeared a wee bit. I hope you're all still watching. Right, okay, let's do this. Right, so equal size each panel. Yep, happy with that. If it's slightly out, you know what, don't beat yourself up. Just try and get it as centred as possible inside your wee panels. Just so that there's gap, basically. And then we're going to give this a good burnish down. And there we go. So, brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant. And you can see the 3 panels there. So it's quite a nice effect. One of my lovely teamies, Heidi, Shoreline Inspiration, she suggested putting little fairy lights inside, so it's like a little home decor piece as well. Right, now make sure that your pattern's the right way up. Okay, we're just going to line this up with the back, right? So make sure it's all level. Okay, just keep your hand in place. Keep your hand on it to keep it in place, rather. Tear and tape comes off one side. Again, make sure it's lining up, okay? Tear and tape comes off the second side. And you want to give that a good burnish. And look. Ta-da! Easy peasy. Right, now what we need to do is we need to choose one of the die cut pop outs These are very handy. I absolutely love these. Right, let me just get my glue out the way now. Right, so we have lots here. Now, ideally we want one that's going to go top to bottom, or you can use little ones dotted around. It's entirely up to you. Let's see what this one's like. So as long as it touches, oh, that's quite nice. I think I'll use that one. That obviously fell out on its own for a reason. But look at all these gorgeous things. Look at this. Big bows, gingerbread house, mistletoe, lots. Right, there we go. That was easy. Now, I'm just going to put this underneath, because I might use a little star or two on the sentiment. Right, all we need to do is add, you can keep it flush if you want, because it'll be cheaper to post. We just need to add a little bit glue, top and bottom. Like so. Sorry if you're commenting, guys, and I can't see it. Don't know what's going on with Facebook. I noticed it started doing that palaver of telling you about notifications from many moons ago. It's a bit annoying. Ta-da! Now, you might want to put a bit on the back, or you just want to write. It's entirely up to you. But it's almost like a little, what do you call it, like a little lantern as well. Imagine if you put a base on it, added a little handle. You could carry it about with a little tea light, and I think that would be quite nice. Right, so let's stamp using my new stamp set. So I'm going to stamp Christmas. Look at these are just gorgeous. Right, so, oh, it's my dog groaning. I had a good clear out in my craft room the other day. It's absolutely great. Right, let's get a little scrap of basic white. And let's stamp. Now, does it have the word Merry somewhere? Yep, it's got Merry or Happy Christmas. So, I am going to stamp in real red, because it's just lovely. Just be careful. Cheryl Amanda likes the one in the tree. Ah, perfect. Lisa's saying that's fabulous. Thank you, hon. So, we need the Christmas one. And we need the Merry. In fact, we'll do Happy. Happy Christmas. So there's that one. And there's that one. Right, so let me get my blocks. Oh, I just rolled back a little bit there and hit the dog. Hit Roxy with the seat. The wheels on my seat. I like that. Good old fashioned kind of like typewriter type font, isn't it? Nice block font rather. Right, chamois. Got bits lying about everywhere here. Don't worry about, I always say, don't worry about the staining on your stamps. Our reds and things like that do tend to stain. But once you wipe it, it's perfect. Right, let's do the Christmas one. This looks good. Look at that. So dab, dab, dab. And I'm just going to pop that down here. Right, I'm going to bring it closer so I can see it better. Oh, love it. I love it. I love a good font. I'm a sucker for scripts. Hi, Sam. How are you? Hope you're good, honey. Right, so let's pop this one back on. These some of these little sentiments are perfect for in the corner. I might stamp one of them actually. Let's see what that looks like. Hoping this season is bright and beautiful. Right, let me bring it to me. I can't see because of the light on my jet. Oh, look. That is so dainty. I love it. I'm so glad I picked this bundle. Not only do you save the 10%, buying them together as a bundle, the stamp set and the dies, but this is a good all-round festive one. Love it. It really is good. It's got from my home to yours, from our home to yours, cheer all year, all the best. So you could use that for birthdays or anything. Happy, merry, joy and love to you. Friends and family are the true gift of Christmas. Thinking of you with warm feelings and a wish for all the merriest. Wishing you all the things that warm your heart and lift your spirits. It's nice. Right, finish that, pop it to the side. Close this bad boy up. Let me use my bone folder so that I don't get red ink all over my fingers. Oh, love it. That's just going to go straight across there. So let me cut off the happy. And the happy I will mat onto a bit of the stripe, the excess piece that I had there. I like it, I like it. Right, let's stick that on the new. Hi Gemma, how are you, lovely? Are you out for your walk? Right, just pop that on there. I hope everybody keeps all these wee scrap pieces because they do come in handy for little mat layers. Boop. Oh, that's nice. So happy. Just going to pop this out the way. Gemma, look at this. This is the, keep forgetting the name, a little bit festive 12 by 12 papers. They are beautiful. Absolute gorgeous. I think this is my favourite poinsettia. Right, let me pop these in. I need to get this into one of my 12 by 12 storage sheets because the sticky stuff on this just annoys me. Right. Now, should I die cut this out? Or should I just fussy cut it? Or should I leave it square? I think I'll leave it square. Right, so let me cut it down. Now, good thing about these trimmers, remember, is you can see where you're cutting because we've got this gap here. So it allows you to kind of match up the border so that both sides are equal. That's lovely. Imagine that just layered up as a wee tag. Right, let's cut this cute wee one. And I'll pop that somewhere on the card as well. That is adorable. Right, get all these bits out the way. Get that out the way. Now, I was wanting to layer that up on a bit of red. Now, this is a bit that's already folded. But you know what? When that's on, you're not going to really notice, so let's do that. It's gorgeous, isn't it? Very pretty. Well, Gemma, I baked cakes yesterday. I was just telling ladies and gents that are watching. Old school sponge cake and shortbread. Right, I'm just going to fussy cut this. Oh, you know what? That's cut a bit squint, actually. You probably didn't notice, but now you know, because I've just blatantly pointed it out. Right, let's layer this little sentiment up as well. I've not even tried a bit of the old school cake, but I was licking the spoon out in the bowl. So I used my mum's Biro book And it's strange because in her book, it doesn't say to add margarine. But in the updated Bureau book, it does. So one of the cakes I had to actually use butter, and then I had to go out and get more. I'm going to pop this up here. I maybe put dimensionals on it actually. One I used butter and one I used margarine, so we will see how they turn out. Well, how they taste. I know they've turned out good. I used a whole box of ice and sugar for the top of both of the cakes. See, that's nice. You could almost put something inside as well. Hi, Eileen. In here and dangle it about. Right. I think I'll put the happy here. I'll pop it up in a dimensional. You can see these are quite quick to make. And they don't use too many supplies. So I'll just pop that on there. Happy Christmas. And I think I'll just pop that on the bottom. Where do you think I should put that? In the centre? This is wee decisions I can never make myself. See, if it was smaller, I would have just stuck it in there. Maybe it doesn't need it. What do you think? Gemma saying, we're very lucky to have a friend that makes cakes for a living, so we get free one now and again with chocolate sponge. Oh, yum. I don't think it needs that. What do you think, guys? I'll take a wee drink of my juice while you're deciding. Centre. There we go. Thank you, honey. Right, and I'll pop this up on dimensionals as well then. I just need one. These are good. In here. So let's make sure. There we go. Oh, I like it. I like it. Now we have some gold in here. This is like gold foil. That's why when it's called speciality, you will always find you get kind of foil accents in it and stuff. So I don't think I have any current gold. So I do have retired. I'll maybe just sneak on. I do have gold, but these are birds. That's not really... I did have some retired. Yeah, these are retired. Gold faceted adhesive back sequins. I'm sure these were ones I got out of clearance. There's little moons as well in there. So I'll just use some of those. So, I think I'll put a big one there. Small one there. And a little small one. No, I think 2's plenty. Or will I put 3? Aye. What the hang. I'll put 3 on it. Now they're slightly out of line for my liking. Push that over a bit. There we go. How are you, my lovely? I've been up with the birds again this morning. And that, my friends, is the finished card. Love it. Using the brand new papers that are coming at the beginning of next month. I think it's the 5th. The catalogue launches, 5th or the 6th. So here's one I made earlier. And I'll show you for those that have not all joined. Where's the other one that I've done? Oh, it's right in front of me. So like I say, if you're wanting the tutorial sent over by messenger, let me know. It does come as an image, but the graphics is good. Let me know and I'll send you it. And then there's the other one that I've done. Hi, pal. So, they're really, really nice. So, 3 different variances. And I'm really happy with this. So much less work when you've got these die-cut pieces. I think I'll order a few more of these. I don't know if you remember the other pack that I've got. Can't remember the name. It is great as well. Absolutely fantastic. So, like I say, this is the tutorial. No errors in it, I'm sure, because I've used this to recreate the card today, and everything's lining up. So, that is today's crafting. Thank you so much, everyone. Oh, I forgot to share it. I've got a new hostess code up if anybody's looking to order anything online. Don't forget the designer series paper sale is still going on. We've only got, what's this? Is this the 24th? So we've only got 1 week left. Look, there's a good few packs down to $9.99, which is a good bargain. And also, if you shopped last month and have bonus coupons to spend, don't forget to cash them in. I've already done mine, which was very useful because, like I say, I had a big car bill this month, which was a real sore one. So my coupons came in very, very, very handy. Right. Oh, excuse me. I will go just now. Thank you so much for popping on. That is the children just waking up now. I've been to the shop and got them square sausage and rolls and some juice for the breakfast. And they just chuck it in the air fryer and easy peasy. I need to go and drop the cakes off at the football ground. So have a nice day, everyone. Thanks for tuning in and I'll see you all soon. Ta-da.